Welcome to the KC Stars, where we talk to people in the local film community. And I am here with Eugene Coody Jr. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I know you're an actor, but just in case there's more to it than that, let us know.
Well, as like Kyle said, Eugene Coody Jr. I'm not only an actor. I do music along with other talents like carpentry, electrician. I'm a barbershop owner, clothing line owner, a designer as well, and also do architect, and many other things.
Hey, tell me about your clothing line, 'cause I actually have seen some of your stuff. Tell me about that.
Yes, Born Star Official. And the clothing line, it's I'm working on bringing it out, like bringing it back out. I've been busy with the movies and stuff like that, and other things too as well. But the clothing line, Born Star Official, it's like a motivational clothing line, like just believing that you can, like anything's possible. You got determination is one of the words in it. Uh, Proficient. Um, what you got? You got determination, proficient. What are the one of the other things I
It's
got?
okay. Where can we see these, or where can we buy these in the future?
Well, in the future, you'll. I got a website I'm about to launch. That's going to be Born Star Official Clothing, and you can go on there and purchase it. It's going to be up to date, moving with the time and the fashion, like the latest designs and stuff. And I got
Absolutely.
some unique designs I'm working on as well.
Yeah, I saw Geno, the Born Star, and then the Born Star is your brand, so I got it. Makes sense.
Right.
Hey, tell me about your connection to film in the Kansas City area.
Well, my connection, well, just meeting like it started with the clothing brand, and I met Anthony and a few other people. Velma is one of them from here in Kansas City. Uh, she's a fashion guru, as we all know. Some of you may know Vilma Vazant. I think that's her last name.
And Anthony Wright, I assume.
Yeah. So, and I connected with Anthony and auditioned for Promise Chronicles, and it was from there.
Very good. I have some pictures I was going to ask you about. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to share my screen. And what is this first one?
That was at the Promise Chronicles premiere. Yep, at Crown Center.
Very cool. About when was that?
You said when was that?
Yeah,
That was whoa. Let me see. About 3 years ago.
three
I
years
want to
ago.
say Promise Chronicles, like 3 years. I think 3 years ago.
Looks good. And here we go. Was it Promise Chronicles
Yeah,
Manifestation?
Manifestation. Sorry, Promise Chronicles Manifestation.
And tell me about this picture and this poster. Tell me what's going on, who's in it.
Uh, Ooh, you got you got me. You got what's her name?
I can see Paul Kim.
Yeah, Paul Kim. There's many people I've worked with. I can't remember names because I've worked with a lot of people.
Okay, okay.
So Anthony's in there. Um, Let me see. Paul Kim, Anthony.
It's okay. Let's move on. Tell me about the poster, what it is.
Uh, that's like the revelations. Like it's like the like it's like the movie Promise Chronicles. Like it's going off the book of Revelations, and
Okay.
the rapture is happening and everything. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, Anthony he designed it. I mean, it's like the rapture like a picture of a rapture or something,
What was your role in this?
Uh, unfortunately, the Antichrist.
You were the Antichrist. I was the evil Pope. I think if it was
Right.
yeah,
I was a part of Antichrist, a goon of the big dog.
it's okay.
Uh,
It's exciting and it's acting and it makes things more interesting when there's triumph if you have a good bad guy.
right.
So I think that's all good. And what do we have here?
Oh, that's at the fashion. That's one of the fashion shows with Anthony, with the Born Star official, I
Very
believe.
cool.
Yep.
Very cool. Are you wearing Born Star gear right there?
Yep. My hoodie.
Very
Yep.
nice.
Focused is one of the other words.
I may have to get one of those from you someday.
Oh, what size you wear? I got it.
2XL.
I think I got one for you.
Oh, damn. And then here you are. Tell me about this.
And that was the fashion show that Vema launched. And that was also, what was that? Like about a few years ago. And that was me presenting my clothing brand.
Wow. Wow. So you were the model in this.
Well, no, I was introducing it and explaining it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're in the
Okay.
background. The model's in the background.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Anthony Garrett's one of them. I see him back there. Here, shout out to Anthony Garrett.
Very cool. And what do we have here?
And that's one of the pictures for Counteract, another film by Anthony Wright. Yeah, Counteract.
That's a lot of great people in that picture right there. I can tell you that.
Oh yes,
A lot of great folks.
and I played as a crooked judge. Some always,
Yeah.
you know, but it
You're a
was not
crooked judge in that one. I like it. I like it, man. You're taking all my roles. That's good. You're taking all the bad guy stuff.
right. Oh, that right there is a scene from the Agony and the Ecstasy. Um, yeah, by Vicky McGill, who directed that, and we were on a crime scene.
Very cool. You with the police badge.
Yeah, me and Bill Michael. Shout out to Bill, my partner, and that was
My
on
guy
the.
Marcus, there he is. Is he the
Oh yeah,
bad
there
guy
go
in this?
Marcus McIntosh.
Yeah, is he the bad guy?
Well, he's a dead man.
Yeah, he's a dead man.
Dead man. He's a dead man. No, yeah, there he's a no, he was a junkie. Yeah, I'm playing as a junkie
Okay,
in there.
very cool. And there you are.
That's another one at the premiere of Promise Chronicles Manifestation.
And lastly, Promise Chronicles Manifestation. They got a bunch of them on there. Okay.
Another poster. Well,
Um, I want to know more about like your roles themselves. If you can get into more detail, maybe like expand a little bit on when you were in the role of in Promise Chronicles, when you were the Antichrist. Tell me about how did you get ready for that role? What type? How did you present yourself? Just all the detail you can give us on that.
like as far as studying my lines and remembering them, uh, I got a skill that I do, and on in that film, I studied by myself without a castmate or somebody, And I just remember, like I study it like a week before I shoot, and so I memorize it so it'll be fresh. Like when I get the script, I go over it and I get the picture of what role I play, like and how I play it, how he wants it, the character to be.
Sure.
So I do that, and then a week before, I just go over my lines, and then I mark my cues. when it's time for me to go. And that's how I remember it and get on set and, kill
Very
it.
good. Tell me about that role. Was it hard? Like sometimes, like we all have done, things where we're playing parts of people that are not at all like us, but a lot of times we try to get some sort of things in common. Did you figure out something to have in common with your person you were playing, or did you just play
Well,
opposite you?
I, I would say playing the villain, just being the villain. Uh, what could I say? And I was once a Bible study teacher, you know, for the youngsters, and just knowing the Bible, and and that was like one of the things that was easy for me. Just getting in character that helped me also getting in character. Just knowing the Bible and learning it, over the years and stuff, and I would say overall, just being the bad guy, because I had a rough background and I wasn't bad, but it was just the hand I was dealt in certain situations and stuff. I didn't have it sweet and everything, so that's what helped for real.
Yeah, I wondered, like, in Wholesome Grove, I play like a jerk boss. Well, I was a boss before, and I remember having people that didn't meet expectations and would not do what they were supposed. Like it is irritating. So it's easy to think about the situation and kind of pretend to be irritated at people because that's been me before.
Right.
So it makes it easy. I just wondered, like, if you, when you're playing a role like that, like kind of the I don't know, a minion for the Antichrist, is that kind of what you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so do you think about other times when you've supported unpopular opinion or where, like, just like how do you relate to the role itself, like doing that type of role? Because it's opposite of you in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I mean, just I always loved. I'm a big movie buff, and I always study characters. So it was like it's natural to me to just get on there and just be whatever. Ever since I was a kid, my mom I used to sit in front of the TV. You want to go blind? And they said, but I'm wearing glasses now, so you see.
We all are.
It was true. Well, I mean, I got bifocals in here too. They invisible, but anyway, it was true. Some, to a certain extent, but I always loved acting, so it was easy to get in that, get in that role. Now the Antichrist, I'm like, man, I'm playing the devil. What are the people going to think? But I have to always keep in mind that it's a role. It's just a role. It's a character.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
the question that might
Yeah,
have
yeah,
asked.
that's good. That's good. What about like, and you have been like, when I think of you personally, like, I kind of bit off a little agony and ecstasy, but I've not been the guy like you are one of the guys that's been first season. I was a little bit in the first season, not at all in the second season. I'm a little bit in the third season. You've been
Right.
a pretty big chunk, like number 5 or 6 character. I know because I did the IMDb in these movies, and you're probably still the same. So you're still one of the top characters. Um, Tell me about your character and, like kind of like the evolution of playing that character because you're playing the same character year after year, where you get to know your character better and just the changes in playing it.
Yeah, just Detective Eugene Miller, which he have my name, Eugene. He grew up in a rough neighborhood in the projects and stuff. It was similar to the background in real life. Uh, and some thug, which Tamon played, killed my father. And so as I got older, I just joined the police force, to lock them up for good or get rid of them any kind of way by all means necessary. And playing that role, it was, it's real smooth, because, I mean, you can cuss, Anthony. I respect that. You can't cuss, curse or nothing like that or whatever, and I respect that totally. But once again, I'm in character, so it fits me because I cuss in real life.
So Anthony's didn't want you to cuss, but Vicky in Agony and Ecstasy wants you to make it like you
Yeah,
should
like
cuss.
we're like, hey, bring it, it's whatever, get it up out of there.
Yeah.
So I was, not to say that I was uncomfortable with Anthony, but it was, I was loosening. I guess you could say I was comfortable with the character with, being a detective because I bust your, this and that, where, so I can kind of relate to not being an officer, but just the vulgar language and just get the vulgar language that just pissing people off.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I when I go to work, I can't really cuss, and and I'm always afraid I'm going to. Um, but I
I,
like it.
I can work on that.
Yeah, hey, I like it. One of the things that you brought up, like talking about the contrast, there can be people can be quality directors and just run things totally different. And I got to tell you, like all these directors, they nobody does it exactly the same. And there'll be somebody that says, like I've been on set where they say no smoking unless you walk out to your car. And then another place where there's people smoking cigarettes just outside the room and people smoking marijuana, people even drinking. Like if it's going to be liquor, let's do real liquor. And everybody else, like no liquor, no, like it's just so dramatically different. And I
It is.
like it that you experienced kind of a dramatically different. And I like all of them. I can respect the rules that anybody puts in place, but it's funny to me the different contrast when people
Yeah.
are doing things. Like to me, it makes a good movie when you don't have cussing, and to me, it makes a good movie. Let's make it realistic. Where the other one's like, I don't want to offend the audience. Like I like it because they're
Right.
both right.
Yes, for to each his own. It'll fit, fit a certain crowd.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did you have trouble not cussing in the Promise Chronicles?
Yeah.
Did you ever slip one in and he had to like say, we're going to redo that?
Yeah. I mean, he's a director, so it was kind of hard to, you know, to not tell him, hey man, I think you should do this. I think, you know, it would be cool if I could just twist my, put my twist on it and I could just, but hey, he's a director.
Yeah, yeah,
So he has the vision. So I have to respect that. I have to respect his wishes. So I just made it work.
yeah. I like it. And there's some that do that and some like a little bit, that like basically 5 or 6 curse words in the whole project because they don't want to like overwhelm it with curse words, but they want to make it dramatic by having a few in, like that. That's what a lot of the projects I've been on have been like. Uh,
Huh.
but
Okay.
yeah, yeah, different directors, different writers. Um,
Yeah.
so you got started with Anthony Wright based on seeing him when you were doing a clothing line.
Yes. I think it was so long ago.
It's okay. Well, how did you think up doing a clothing line? Because I've never thought about doing a clothing line. How did you get started on even having the
Well, I
ambition
came up,
or
well, I came up with it. I sketched it down a long time ago and I just sat on it. You know, I was going through a rough patch in my life and I was just busy. I would just sit down and just like, I got to make a plan. I have to come up with this. And, I got Born Star on my neck with a star with Eugene in the middle. So that's where I got the logo, Born Star. And I got a pair of clippers on my legs that put the clippers in the center. That's Born Star Cuts, the barbershop.
yeah.
And the Born Star, the logo had the fetus in the center of it with the peace sign with the shades on. And with all these um, like all these words that will motivate people, like motivating words. powerful. Like, it's just, and I just thought about that and I just sat and sketched everything. I got other clothing lines I worked on as well. And the Born Star, it just happened to just be one of the first ones because the Born Star cuts and all that, so I'm working on the other ones later. So I just sat and just gathered everything up, just um, sketched up stuff, just, because I'm very creative. Once I sit down and just think and have my mind to myself, I can come up with a lot of stuff.
You're an artist,
Yeah,
and you're an
basically.
artist.
I don't know how I do it, but I do it, and I be just wanting to just do this, do that, do this, and and just anything, and just motivate people like, hey, I can do this, I can do that. You can do anything
Hmm.
as long as God wakes you up. You can do anything and believe in yourself.
Awesome. If you 5 years from now, everything was going perfect, tell me what your life would look like in 5 years.
I'll be retired, uh, maybe directing on the side of films, because I'm writing some films now as we speak. I would just be comfortable, just financially comfortable, just all the way around the board, just not having to do much work, just enjoy the fruits of the labor. Just very successful. That's it.
Yeah, it's so funny. I got a cousin, and she was saying like, because her husband got a job that could potentially have a pension in his 30s, so he's still got to work like 25, 27 years for this place. And she's like, he just loves the idea of getting money coming in and not working. And I'm like, everybody loves that idea.
Everybody.
Like, that's not just your husband, like, oh, he loves the idea. I like pay me not to work and I won't work. You know?
Right. I wish.
Yeah, I just thought it was so funny. She acted like she's like, he just loves the idea. I'm like, well, no shit. So do I.
No shit. Duh.
Yeah, like of course.
Right.
Um, what do you like most about being an actor?
Just the I would have to say just the like being myself, you know, for the most part, and just you know being on film, getting to know the castmates, getting to know people, which would venture off to other things later on down the road, that I have in mind doing. But acting, I just always some. I mean, just something about acting. I just love it. I just always loved acting. Wanted to be an actor. I got skits before I start acting. I got little short skits that I did down at the barber shop that I used to work at.
Oh, I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, the little skits. I was with Michael Myers.
I'm one of your fans, man.
Yeah, yeah, killing off all the barbers because they messed my hair up.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that out too again. Like I gotta find some way to put that out because I think I shared it on Facebook, but I have to put it on some kind of platform
Yeah,
where they can go see it. But I'm so busy doing other stuff and everything, just busy.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, some of the nicest people I've ever met have gone through like where they've maybe grown up in a rough neighborhood, and it's like almost like they become the opposite of that, and they
Oh,
become like super kind and like likable and would never hurt anybody. Like, and I think you're one of those guys. Like, you might have grown up tough neighborhood, but you're like not saying soft, but like the opposite of that.
you just did. I mean, that's because you didn't want to be a part of it in the first place. Like I said, it was the hand you was dealt. I'm the oldest of 10 kids, so it was hard. so you had to survive, make things happen.
Yeah. Well,
So
I always like when I see you on set, I always come over and try to weasel my way in to hang out with you. So this makes it easier doing it this way. Uh,
it don't matter. We can go, we can do anything, shoot pool, whatever.
um, how do you spend your time when you're not acting or working or doing this? Like, what do you do for fun when you're not working or acting or whatever?
Spending time with my wife and kids, spend helping family out, um, just helping the need, along with the homeless people, stuff like that. Just doing stuff for the community, giving advice to youngsters, the younger generation. Besides acting, like when I'm not acting, those are some of the things that I do.
That's good. What are you writing currently, or what types of things?
As far
Yeah,
as
you said you were writing stuff. I thought you said that earlier.
oh yeah, film.
Yeah, writing a film. What is it about?
Well, the film is I don't want to give too much away, but
Sure, sure, sure. That's good.
it's going to be about about a youngster uh, who valued material things and it caught up with him. You know, he had to pay the price. And another one is going to be like a Kansas City version of Bad Boys, like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, but with my twist to it. But the one with the youngster and the material that fell in love with the material thing, a material item, that's going to be more of a deeper, like with some deep substance, like real deep, something like
But
Jordan Peele or something.
like trying to teach life lesson deep, or like
Yeah,
trying just to
yeah,
go deep.
yeah. Life lesson deep.
Life lesson deep.
Yep, you hit that right on the nose, right there. Yep.
Is it based on people you've known in the past, or a particular person, or just
No, no, it's just a. I was just sitting thinking, like, man, I'll talk to you about it, but
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
you
not on
about
here though. I got you. I got you.
not
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So uh I don't know, like so you would like writing when you started writing the story. I don't want to know any more details about it, but when you started writing it, did you start with the end in mind, or like here's the whole story, or just start writing?
Well, I, 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 I've most definitely thought about it, thought it through, like from the beginning to the end. Now I had a problem, like where I was going to start, but I finally got that down back. So it was more like that, like just thinking of the beginning to the end, like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Hey, they
This is
have
how.
there's a writers group in Kansas City that meets once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And they go over and they look at each other's scripts and they do that stuff. I don't know if you ever want to go there, but I can give you the name of the guy who does it
Yeah.
when we get done if you're interested. And it seemed like 'cause I talked to a lot of writers on here, and the scariest thing is giving it to other people to look at.
Yeah, I was just going to
They
say that.
all they're
I
all
was going to say that. Like, hold up.
but it's all other writers, so they've all had that same fear. So, but I get it. But it's a way to improve it, a way to look at it, tweak it. Uh, just
Right.
if you're interested, I'll give you more information on it.
Yeah.
I've
Most
never
definitely.
been to it. I just talk to people who have. So,
Yeah, most definitely.
where can we see your work, your movie work, film work?
Oh, IMDb. Uh, you got Promise Chronicles is on Prime. Promise Chronicles Manifestation is on Prime and Tubi, I believe. And Counteract is on Tubi for sure. I know that. And Plex, I believe. And the Agony and the Ecstasy. The first one is on YouTube, the first season, because it's a web series.
Mhm.
So the first season is on YouTube. And the second one we had them in DVD, but they're going through the whole deal, working everything out as far as uh, what platforms they'll be on. And then three is coming soon. We got the premiere coming up February the 7th.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on being there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to get a driver, but yeah, no, I'm planning on being there.
Right.
I think Vicky is absolutely inspiring. Just everything she does. I think Vicky McGill is a wonderful person. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it turned out and seeing what it looks like and all the
Right.
people I know. I love watching people I know in movies.
Right.
It just makes them better when you actually have met the people or done scenes with the people. Even if I'm not in it, I think it's fun to watch and say, I know them, like
Right.
that.
Right.
I get a
Yeah.
kick.
Same here. Yeah. Shout out to Vicky and Anthony.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Anthony's a great guy as well, Anthony Wright.
Good guy.
Um, Tell me, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start in the movie business in Kansas City in particular?
Well, make sure that what advice I would give you is make sure that you love to do it first and foremost, and learn your scripts, study, be on time. Time is everything. Time is money, and you have to think. You know, put yourself in the director's shoes. They're spending money, so they're dependent on you. And I would say protect yourself. Like when I say protect yourself, what I mean by that is, like from if you signed a contract and you working on a movie, and you got a part in it, and it's a big part. Remove yourself from the things that you used to do, like hanging out with certain type of friends, clubbing, and make sure you protect yourself because you got to keep in mind that the director is dependent on you. You know, and you can go far until you can get security or something. Move around. That's what I would, advice I would give. And just make sure you love doing it.
That's cool. Cool. You talked a little bit about learning lines earlier. Do anything like, can you tell me a little more detail about that? Like if you just got the Agony and Ecstasy script,
Okay, off the Agony and Ecstasy, I was
what
going
did
to,
you do?
yeah, me and Bill, because uh, we teammates, we castmates. Not only castmates, we good friends, uh, and we grew a friendship, a relationship. To where, and I cut his hair, Bill Michael, and we would once again, I'll go over the lines, and we'll meet up, and we'll go over our lines like a week before we shoot, and then just remember, make sure we have it down pat. It could be like a few days before we shoot, and we already know what we're gonna do. The chemistry is just like it's awesome. And that's what helped me. That's what helped. That's what helped us
Mhm.
being the characters that we became.
Describe your character, like what your character on Agony and Ecstasy, since you've done it 3 years, you've filmed dozens and dozens of days, I'm sure, on this character.
Oh yeah.
Uh, how would you describe him to people? Like if you were going to say, if I said, tell me a little bit about him, what would you say?
He's a down to earth guy. Good guy. You talking about Bill, right?
I'm talking about your character.
Oh, no, he's not good, but he's a low down, dirty, biscuit eating bulldog. I'm telling you, he no, he'll get on your nerves, man. He's scandalous. He's ruthless, and he and whatever he wants, he will go out and get it by all means necessary. He's heartless. He's basically he's a dickhead. That's what I can say about Detective Miller.
But you like playing him.
Yeah,
Tell me why. Why do you like playing him? Why are you drawn to him?
because man, I don't know. Uh, my father said, boy, he said to me one time. He said, man, I watched that season 2. He said, boy, you was making me mad. He said, boy, you was making. He said, you played the hell out of that damn role. Man, you get some people, they be like, man, you killed that role, boy. You sure you wasn't a cop? You sure you ain't a cop? I can't go back to the hood. But anyway, no, I'm just, yeah, it's the man, the character. I just love the character. He's just, man, he just don't care. He's ruthless, and man, I mean, he's bored of the villain.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. If you were going to choose a role for yourself, that one's gone. What types of traits would you want your character to have?
As far as the
Yeah,
that,
I'll give you an example. I'll do an example. Like for me, I would love to be the bad guy, but to be nice to certain people so that when I'm mean to other people, it stands out. You know, that kind of the like, I like you, so I'm nice to you, and then I'm super mean to someone else, and then I go back to being nice to you. I just think that's hilarious. Like that's what I would do. I mean, like that would be a
polar.
perfect character, like where I go back and forth.
Right.
What would be your perfect character?
Um, a perfect character would be it's a mixture. I got a couple of them. Most definitely would say comedy, like and it being a character in the comedy field or a horror film like The Survivor. So I would a horror film most definitely been a survivor.
You want to be the survivor in the horror film.
Yeah, you can catch me. I get hurt a few times, and I come back at the end and kill you.
Okay. So everybody thinks you're going to lose, but you
Yeah,
rise up and win.
you know what they say? They say the black man died in every movie.
I've
Yeah,
heard that as a joke before,
I mean
but
that's a
yeah.
joke, but yeah,
So you want to do the opposite.
they say blind died right at the beginning.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, but that's a joke though. But yeah, I want to just do that. Like I
Yeah.
want to survive. Go through. Have put up a fight, a major fight, and survive at the end of a horror film.
I like it. Actually, I like it. I could see that. I changed my answer. I want that answer.
Oh no, no, you can't
No,
do it.
no. I want to be
You
the
ain't
bad
fine.
guy that you're fighting.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
You kill me in the end, everybody cheers. If I did a good job, everyone will cheer. Hmm.
Right.
Um, what thing have you done, like what project or what in film that you are most proud of?
Mm. I, man, that's a hard one because I love everything I worked in. Every film I worked in. You know, I I love all of them, but I would have to go with the detective. That man. I
Any
put a lot.
particular season, like one, two, or three? If someone said, I'll watch one, two, or three, I'm only going to watch one, which one would you choose?
I would say 3.
Oh man, I haven't seen any of three, so this would be good.
Yeah, I would say 3. Oh man, 3.
What is it about three that makes you most proud? Has he gotten to know the character better? Feel like you're better at it? Like what's
Well, yeah, that and man, it was more. It was more. It was man. I went to war in that one, and man. I was on BS like on steroids. My BS level was just
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to seeing it. I'm
Oh,
truly looking forward to seeing your little. I got one little scene in it. So, oh, and one phone call. That's it. You're in the whole thing. I got to watch you. So I'm going to come and see it. Um,
Oh man.
Uh, what motivates you, do you think, to continue acting? Like, what's your reason for this?
Just to motivate others, just to motivate others, and show them that hey, anything can be done. Uh, don't be discouraged because it was once upon a time. Even though I love acting and I always wanted to be an actor, you know, I always had stage fright. And I got over that. With the clothing, like presenting the clothing line, been on stage doing hair shows, cutting hair, doing designs in heads. So yeah, that. My reason is just is to motivate people.
What about any personal motivation for you? Like, do you like watching yourself on film?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yes,
That's
I do.
okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I do. No, some people don't.
I
You'll be
know
surprised.
it doesn't make sense to me either.
They don't even. I'm not gonna
No,
say
it
no
makes
names,
sense.
but they don't like watch. They'll film, but hey, they don't even care to watch it. They'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, okay, I
Are you
can.
bringing like you bring people with you when you go? Like if you've got a premiere, are you going by yourself? Are you bringing like, come on, honey, we're all going. Bring your kids, everybody.
No, only certain people, like some of the family members. My wife, my children, for sure. Um, yeah, certain. I mean, it's not. I mean, whoever wants to come, but then again, uh, I don't think everybody's going to just show up like that. But some the loved ones, like the circle, the
Okay.
team,
Um, you bring them. Why do you bring them? Why would you
like to
bring them?
the premiere,
Yeah, why?
uh, because they want to come and support,
They want to
and
support you.
yeah, they want to support, for the support and just to motivate them too as well.
Okay. I thought maybe you would say I was really proud of my work and I wanted everybody to see me.
Well, yeah. Well, that I mean, they gonna see you. They gonna see you.
Is there anyone you don't get along with on set?
No,
Is there
not
any?
not not that
Yeah.
I think of. Mm-mm.
Is there anyone that when you see them, you know it's going to go well? Like this is going to be a good scene because you see that person?
Well, when I see you on set,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, when I see you, Bill, Tavon, um, even when I work with Anthony, Paul,
Paul Newman?
yeah, Paul Newman,
We're talking about a different Paul Newman than everybody's thinking of. I can't think of his, he goes by Paul Trey Newman. That's who I'm thinking. Yeah.
Paul Trey Newman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Paul
He's a
Trey.
great guy. He's a great guy too. He's a great
Yeah,
guy. Like everybody, like honestly, like almost everybody I've met in this Kansas City world, I've actually pretty much liked everybody.
right.
Uh,
I mean, that's how I am for real. Like,
yeah.
I don't have no reason not to like you. Like,
I,
to
I
not.
I think we're not competing with each other here. And so like if you're in a film with someone, you want to encourage them and help them or coach them or ask them, am I doing this right? Or whatever, like get advice because you all want whatever you're in to be as good as possible.
Right.
You don't want to be the one that screws it up or like and if you see something that's not as good, like I might on a rare occasion say, hey, do this. Hey, try it this way. Like if nobody's paying attention, like where it's not like I'm bossing people around, I might say
Right.
it because I want it to be better.
Right.
I'm on their team.
Right.
You know,
That's
and
how I
I
am.
think in some environments that's not it's not that way. I met a couple of people from Los Angeles that came to Kansas City to film,
Yeah.
and there's a guy from New Mexico, two people from LA, and me. they were talking about how competitive the people from like when you in LA, you don't get that environment basically that
Right.
you would get in Kansas City or New Mexico essentially. So
Mm.
I never filmed anywhere besides Kansas City and
Right.
minor roles in Dallas when I lived there.
That's what I want to do next. I want to like branch off out of town, like out of the state, because
That's
this is my fifth project.
all in the Kansas City metro. You've been on both sides of the border, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people like when they're thinking like nobody else lives as close to the borders as we do. And so like if I say I'm going like out of state, like you said out of state, you and I to go out of state got to drive 10 minutes. We're out of state. You're talking more than Missouri or Kansas. So I got you. Hey, how do you put emotions into your lines? Like for your characters, how do you put emotions in?
Oh man. I mean, I at first I practice like as far as I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I can answer. I mean, just once I read the character and they, and the script says what kind the emotion that the character is going to be in, I would try my best to fit that type of emotion, even if it's like whether it, if it's angry, sad, or irritated, or I don't know. I mean, us as humans, I mean, I mean, got all kind of emotions. So I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how to just.
that's okay. It's all good. Yeah, like I can't speak for the whole world, but most scripts don't tell you the emotion by the lines. And so I pretty much ignore them.
Put your own emotions.
I pretty much ignore them if they do because like I don't know what percentage put emotions, but it's pretty darn small. So I pretty much ignore it when I read over it. And then once I have the character down, I put the emotion in there that I think fits, and unless the director tells me to do it different, and it's generally matches up with what they put, but not always, but generally it matches up. But yeah, most scripts don't put anger. Like you can tell it's anger because it's got an exclamation point.
Right, just how they,
And
yeah.
you're saying, get out,
Sometimes
get
that
off
makes
me,
sense.
get out of here with an exclamation point. I don't need you to put angry beside it. I got it.
Right, 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 right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they'll pick it up sometimes.
yeah. Um, what's the hardest part about acting, do you think?
The hardest part about acting and getting a scene done, uh, if another cat, like if somebody else doesn't study their scripts, or I mean, just it's time consuming. Some person, a person will be late, and you have to, be there all night or waiting on them to come, or and you're supposed to shoot at a certain time, but say for instance you're shooting at noon, but you end up your part come up at noon, but then you get there and your part will be at 7, 6.
That's
You know,
painful.
yeah,
That
you
is
know,
hard.
yeah.
That is hard. Where do you see yourself in like fitting in the Kansas City film industry? Because I know with Anthony and Vicky, but anyone else, like, do you see any directors or do you see like, hey, what can I do next to get more roles or do other stuff? Do you have like a plan?
Yeah. Yes. I'm with. You heard of Nine Agency? Nine.
Yes. Yeah, I have. I've never known anybody that's used them, but I have heard of them.
Okay. So I mean, they send me stuff, and I ignored it because I was shooting. So I'm thinking of taking up some of the roles. Like I passed up some roles. Like, oh, what was that? It was Stranger Things was one of them. Barbershop was the other, and then with Marlon Wayne's White Chicks, the new White Chicks is coming out or
Oh,
something.
okay. Like
You know?
a chance to be in the movie at some level.
Yeah, a chance
Okay.
to get a role somewhere in there. Um,
Have you thought about like if you get an agent in Kansas City, my experience has been it's more like advertisements or print media. Could be some movies at some point, but it's not a lot of them. But if you could get an agent in a market that has a lot of movies and you've got a flexible schedule, like Oklahoma or even St. Louis, you get double up. Uh, I think that would be my plan. Like right now, I'm not doing much, but but like that's my plan. Like if I want to do that, would be look at Oklahoma, Omaha, Denver, some of these other markets and see
right.
see how it goes. Um,
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
yeah, trying to find something more maybe. Um, what do you think makes you stand out?
As far as acting,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, just the way I carry myself, my demeanor. I mean, everybody that I know in the acting field, I mean, they likes me. I mean, they like me, you know. So, I mean, I don't have no enemies or nothing like that. Uh, and just some most say funny. You know, he's hilarious. You know, they'd be like, "Oh man, you're hilarious." You know, so
That's cool.
I would say that, and
Any
just give it all I
projects? Oh, I'm
got.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, just giving all I got, maybe.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Do you have any projects coming up?
uh, no, I don't have no projects coming up at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh,
Um, what do you think? Like, what's your any words of wisdom from you? Any like kind of thoughts of the day, words of wisdom?
uh, this has always been my thing. No matter where you at in the world or what you're doing or how hard it is, it'll get greater later. It gets greater later. That's always been my motto. Don't rush yourself. Just pace yourself, and just know that it'll get greater.
I like it. I like it.
With anything you want to do, you know, it
Yes,
gets
sir.
greater later.
Yes, sir. Anything else to add? Like anything you thought I was going to ask you about that I didn't that you wanted to say, or anything else that might be helpful for people to get to know you better?
Well, no, not for real. I think I answered everything. I wasn't expecting anything more. You know, like I mean, I answered everything. I mean, so I
All
don't
right.
have nothing in mind like that I can think of.
All right. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. It's always
Thank
a
you for
pleasure
having me.
talking to you. All right. Thank you, Gino.
Thank you.